You are what you create, and it's it's a beautiful, choice of words. You are literally what you create. You can create anything you want. Think of it as, code, and you have a script in your brain putting that data into yourself and changing what you want. You know what I mean? You can create what you want. And it takes understanding yourself to believe that. You have to believe it yourself for it to really go into an effect. You obviously can't not, put that full passion, you have to have faith in it. Just like, Christians have faith in, Jesus. Say of it like that. You have your faith in your belief in something, you can alter that and do that with whatever, problem you're having in your life. You can fight that through doing, those practices. Um it's it takes a lot. It does take a lot. It's easier saying it than doing it, of course. But there's so many things that you can do to change that. Um how can you change, you know, your idea on perception? Get out there, go out and talk to many, many different people. Go out and talk to do something different, you know what I mean? There's so many ways that you can change your reality. You can start doing a hobby, and that hobby starts turning into a passion that you love, and then you create it into a source of income. You know what I mean? You can create that source of income and go on and on and on and lead that to something that you can just live off of. You can create that reality within yourself so many times. So many people have done it. Um, and what you have to do is understand what makes them different from you. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing makes them different from you. Not if you're impoverished, not if you're, rich. Of course, economically, if you're rich, you're going to have an easier chance at doing what you want. That's just how it is. But I'm not. And look how I am. You can get that education, get your education. That's what I'd recommend for a lot of people, at everyone. I'd recommend that for everyone. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. My microphone fell. I'm gonna keep it in just to, I don't know, but you guys just have to create your reality. I just dropped my microphone and I am talking about it as I am talking about a whole different subject. You can talk about anything you want. Talk about literally anything. It doesn't matter if you can envision it in your mind, you can create your reality. So many, engineer your brain into being a creator, not to say like a creator like in a god way, a creator in owning yourself, not in a a selfish way, but in a spiritual way. You own yourself. You know what you can do, and that's what so many people haven't done. How can we change that? And like I've said before, through meeting different people and understanding things. Get your education. Read books. Read so many books. There's so many things that you can do to brighten your perspective on things. Listen to other people's stories on traumatic, maybe events or things that altered their perception, you know what I mean? Listen. Listen more. Don't talk, you know what I mean? I'm talking now, yes, but I've listened for so long, you know what I mean? And you can humans are so good at replicating, replicating what we do. We always replicate, we replicate, we replicate. You have to create something and then it's going to be boom 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 replicated everywhere, you know what I mean? It just takes you. It just takes you. You have to start your foundation, you know what I mean? Start your foundation. Start your foundation and build off that. Get your, it sparks. It's literally sparks in your brain. Um, there's so much we don't know about our, brain in a literal way. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like uh, we're like jumping boat. Like there's so much stuff that we don't know about our brain, and it's so crazy. We have what we know, and then we have what we don't know, obviously, and what we don't know is, but not to get, sound, stupid in a rhetoric, but even what we know could be wrong, you know what I mean? What we know could be something different. It could be so much, and that's why you have to create your reality, you know what I mean? Create what you want. I'm doing right now I am, you know, making this video. I tend to post it on my YouTube channel to, you know, try to gain traction, try to gain some type of audience, some type of under a group of guys, girls, whoever you are, you know what I mean? A group of people that want to understand themselves more and motivate themselves to do other things. Um, you know what I mean? And it's also a source of income. You know, I'm I'm a high school student and I'm going to do all of these, try to get all these things done, and it's not even about money at the and it's literally not. It's that's what you have to do. You have to create your reality. It's being fine with there being no result in the moment, and even if there wasn't, like it's hard to put this in words, so try to understand what I'm saying. Take it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Um, you have to be so understanding of yourself and accepting where you do these things that you've never done before, and you're like okay with not doing it right the first time. You learn and you live, you know what I mean? You just have to start. You just have to start. And everyone, and it's weird. So my brain hasn't worked like this really, not recently, and it did before. Everyone that has, not everyone, but majority of people that are listening, they always say, "Oh, I'll do it, you know, later." And I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll do it eventually. You know what I mean? And they don't. They don't do it eventually. And now you hear this, you hear that, okay? You hear that with something, you're like, "Oh yeah, of course. I've heard that before." But I know a lot of people haven't heard this other alternate part. And then 4 months from now when they hear it again, they're like, "Oh my, like eating at my brain, you know, that I want to do it." And then they're just, you know, and then they start it again, and then it's just boom. Either they actually start doing it, or they just start a cycle where they just lose motivation, you know what I mean? And then you enter that cycle, an addiction to almost giving up, you know what I mean? It's an addiction to being okay with not being okay, but to say being almost like a student, you know what I mean? Um, Not a student in the word terms of learning, but being like a student in the terms of like jail, like you know what I mean? You're restricting yourself to so much things, you know what I mean? And it's definitely okay if you wanna do that, you know what I mean? It's your life. It's your life, and go with what you wanna do. Um, Many people don't know what they wanna do. I didn't know what I wanna do. I didn't know anything, you know what I mean? And this is gonna be my, you know, as a 17-year-old with my to say advice. Do literally the things that like your foundational things that you like doing, and things that you want to do, you know what I mean? And create your reality. Create it. I promise you. You see so many, don't get like you're gonna be discomforted at first. You're gonna say, "Oh, I you know, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that," just because it's unnatural, you know what I mean? It was unnatural at first for everyone until that repetition happened. You know what I mean? The repetition happened again, and then boom, it's human nature to see and do. We copy and copy and copy and copy. Go watch go watch a YouTube video and replicate that in your mind. Okay. So the past few days, I've been, you know, using ChatGPT to understand coding. And I would have never have done this in school, you know. I would have never been taught in the, like, not to say there's not coding classes. Of course there's coding classes, but I would never be interested in doing that until I did it myself. Uh you have to take personal action in what you want. Don't just enroll into a class and be like, "Oh, that's an easy score." No, that's not what you should be doing, you know. enroll into something that you want to do and do something that you want to do. You know what I mean? Don't do something you don't want to do. A lot of people have that almost victim mentality where they're like, okay, I have to accept this for right now and then I'll do something later. And then they just start accepting everything, accepting all of this, accepting all of that. Where are you going to get your turn? You're not giving yourself any, you know, pull on the rope of success. You have to take it. Take your life. Take your life. And I mean literally, like, take your life and become an observer of it and a manufacturer of it. It's literally that simple. Um Simple but also, unique. Uh it's beautiful. A lot of people won't like listening to this because it's something that it's either very very boring and it's like, oh, I never ever would want to like, listen to this or do these, but it's beautiful. And guys, do what, like, um those same people that are, not disinterested into your videos would also want to do the same thing. They're interest, like, you know what I mean? It's gathering your clique. It's gathering your audience. Gather the people that you know that will like your stuff. Don't go around to the people that don't like you. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Don't go around to the people that we always we always succumb to, like, a caste system almost in high school. Um where we have to be friends. Like, I personally haven't really, but seeing it and observing it from other people's things, and I mean literally, like, and it sounds so movie like and all this of that, but you literally hear the words that some people say about each other, and it's so interesting because it's like they don't really like you. They know that need for human connection in the ways that hurt us. You know what I mean? Breaking those bad trends. It's the repetition, like I said. Surround yourself with people that you like. Surround yourself with people that you know are good people. That will help you so much. So much. If you're around the people that you know are good, that are gonna do the good thing, do what you want. And that's literally all you need. Literally. Literally all you need. If you know that you're around the people that you like in your mind, now whether that's objectively what I like, that doesn't matter towards you. That has no regard. And you have to understand that. You have to understand that. If you understand that, you'll start living more. You know what I mean? It's so beautiful. Like I've said so many times, but um, that's honestly all I wanted to talk about today. I'm trying to do like this audio thing with my phone. I'm connecting it, with my laptop. Let me know if you like it. I don't really know if it's good or not. I'm in a closet on a laptop. I can't really have such good, quality content to make the best, forms of videos. But if and when, more of when, because that's my, mindset, as I've been saying. So you guys have a mindset that's something good and something that you can pursue. Um, but my content's gonna go up a lot more. It looks bad right now with the laptop. I just have to get a better one once I get more money from hopefully this. Honestly, guys. All right, love you guys. Comment anything that you are interested about or topics that you guys want to talk about, with motivation or anything of that nature, and I'll talk about it with y'all. Have a good night. Bye.